Ready for an anime ASMR stream? How are you doing today? Hello, my weebs and gamers. How are you doing today? Sorry guys, I debated you. It's not going to be an ASMR stream. It's just going to be me shit talking anime once again. It's been a while since we did an anime stream, right guys? Right? It's been a while. How are you all doing today, or tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning? I don't know where you are. I am finally, after the tour, back on schedule on my main channel, which means I finally have time to stream again. I've been waiting so long because this entire month has just been me kind of like struggling to stay on schedule for my main channel uploads, and kind of catching up to that, and catching up to Trash Taste, and basically catching up to every single other aspect of my life. So I finally get, I think things are finally getting back to normal now. You guys, like, I think I uploaded 2 videos on my main channel in like a week, which is fucking unheard of. I can't remember the last time I did that. But that just means I think I've deserved a break, and I think I've deserved a time to just chill on stream, right guys? So, I know a bunch of you are going to be asking about Genshin, and actually I was actually going to stream Genshin today, but it's a really dumb reason, but for some reason I can't, like, so bit of backstory. I broke my computer like before I left to go on tour. Some of you may have heard the story of my CPU was like overheating. I didn't know why, and then I realized afterwards when I accidentally ripped out my CPU that my heatsink was stuck to it, and I basically didn't have time to buy a new CPU and stuff like that. So when I got back, I bought a new CPU, bought a new heatsink. It's a liquid cooler this time, so it should be better. And then rebuilt my entire PC, did everything. Didn't work. Did not work. And I wasted like an entire day trying to debug the problem. Figured out that, fuck, maybe my motherboard is now fucked as well. Bought a new motherboard. And, you know, rebuilt my computer and everything like that. And that is the computer I'm using right now. The Bluetooth's not working. I don't know why. I can't get shit to connect with it. I'm a Genshin controller player. I spent the last hour.
After the Katawa Shoujo video, the world's gotta know who's best girl.
We'll talk about that later. But like, Bluetooth doesn't work. I'm a Genshin controller player, so I don't know how to play with keyboard and mouse. So I was like, I spent the last hour trying to debug why the Bluetooth's not working. I even have a Bluetooth adapter as well, even though the motherboard is meant to have built-in Bluetooth. Tried plugging in my Bluetooth adapter, doesn't work. Does not work. And I would go back to stream on my gaming laptop, which is what I was streaming my Guilty Gear stuff on. But I literally just spent like the previous hour before that rewiring everything of my setup to my PC. So I'm like, fuck it. We're talking about anime today. We're talking about anime today. Driver? Yeah, I checked the driver. Don't know. It's gonna take more work. Basically, PC sucks. Gaming laptops I've never had an issue with. So I'm like, why did I spend all this fucking effort building my PC, buying expensive parts, only to have lots of it just like not fucking work? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm a bit sad because I did want to play a bit of Genshin. Maybe I'll attempt to fix it on stream after we've talked about anime for a bit. Because I finally finished God of War. I finally finished it. So I have my life back now, because my life outside of work was basically just trying to finish God of War Ragnarok. And I mean, I know you guys would have enjoyed seeing me stream God of War Ragnarok, but I'm kind of glad I didn't stream it, because I think it's now in my top 10 favorite games of all time. It's in fucking incredible, and I am glad. No spoilers. I'm not going to spoil. Don't worry. And I'm glad I kind of just kept it to myself because I just that was such an amazing game. Top 1 is Genshin. Hell yeah. Top 1 is Genshin. But yeah, I mean, I completely God of War Ragnarok. I 100%ed it, and that's how you know I really fucking enjoyed the game. Is that Slack notifications? That is Malin's getting up on my ass on something. I'll check it later. I'll check it. She can wait, guys. She can wait. It's stream time, guys. It's stream time. But what we are going to be doing today is, I wanted to do this for a while, but when I was on tour, I saw that IGN had released an article of their top 25 anime of all time, and I just thought this is gonna be good, man. I haven't seen it, haven't read it, but I knew the salt was gonna flow. I knew that there was going to be a lot of things to say about this list, so I thought we'd start this stream off by going through the list and judging IGN's taste in anime and seeing what they put on their list and seeing if it deserves praise or if we're just gonna roast the shit out of it. So I thought we start off with that. But before that, quick shout out to fucking England. I'm sorry, Connor. I'm sorry. You know, GG Wales. You didn't really play well in any of your matches, but GG anyway, Wales. You're out of the World Cup. England, fuck yes, we actually performed. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is that we're able to perform against every team except for the one time we fucking play America. Why? Why does it have to be America? Look, I'd rather get beaten by Wales and get knocked out of the World Cup than every time we perform against America have that kind of shitty performance. Yes, we fucking drew, but it's just why? I've seen England play against America twice in the World Cup, and twice we've been just fucking clowned on. We've just been fucking clowned on. America just better. Just just don't. Talk about salty. We're gonna let the salt flow right now. We're gonna let the salt flow right now. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch the previous 2 England matches live because it was at 4 a.m. here, so I'm not going to be wake up for a 4 a.m. match until the possibility of England reaching the semi-finals. I think I decided what's worth sacrificing my sleep schedule over, and I decided that semi-finals would be worth sacrificing my sleep schedule over. We don't play soccer either. What's soccer? I only know football. I don't know of this soccer thing. But I will say, even though obviously I'm going to cheer for England all the way, I cheered harder and I was more hype when Japan beat Germany than any of England's wins or matches. I'm gonna say that out loud, bro. When Japan beat Germany, I cheered so fucking loud. Holy shit. I didn't realize I was that invested in Japan until I watched the Japan match. Blue Lock is real? Fuck yeah, Blue Lock is real. Then they choked against Costa Rica. Yeah, I know. Sad. They're like, look, it wouldn't be anime if you know we didn't have some tension. Unfortunately, I'm still. Spain's gonna be very hard. Spain's gonna be fucking difficult, but I believe in the power of God and anime. Japan, you can fucking do it. You can get through the group stages, I believe. And if you do, I'll almost be as happy as if England wins the World Cup. I'm gonna be honest. I just if they actually do it, that's gonna be so fucking hype. Actually. It's gonna be very, very difficult, but yeah, I think this World Cup's been this World Cup's been pretty good so far. It's weird, honestly. Like, it's weird seeing England not struggle to get through that much. I mean, we had the draw against America, but in my era of England, I'm used to them having an overhyped team than them like struggling to get out of the group stages, and then. These previous, like this World Cup, the previous Euros, the previous World Cup, England's actually like performed really well. I don't know how to feel about that. Easy group. I don't think it was like I don't think it was like a hard group, but England's been in some easy groups before, and England, even in England, even in easy groups. Whew, let's just say even in easy groups they've always struggled. Japan's group is the hardest. Yeah, I know. That's the real group of death, man. That is a real group of death. But fuck yeah. I've actually been watching a lot of anime recently as well, which is kind of why I was in the mood to do an anime stream anyway, because it's just this season is so fucking stacked. This season, like, is incredibly stacked. I'm trying to keep on top with everything, but it's really, really hard. And even with me trying to keep on top with so much, apparently I really need to catch up to Bocchi the Rock, because apparently Bocchi the Rock is the one anime that everyone loves, and I've only seen 2 episodes of. So Bocchi is something that I'm going to need to catch up on, because I am in the process of this is kind of like my favorite time of year. Like this is kind of like my favorite time of year personally for anime, when December starts, because I get to watch all the anime that I missed this year, because I'm in the process of making my best of anime 2022, and so what that means is that I get to just basically marathon a whole load of good shit that I might have missed over the years. What's been your favorite anime of the year so far? What's been some like underrated anime that you think people would have easily missed, that, you know, could have easily got into like a top 10 or something? Because I've got a few in my mind, but I will say that right now, redo of Healer, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, man. Like, I will say, I think overall, like, if I was to talk about the quality of anime this year compared to last year, this year definitely had, like, I don't know which year of anime is better, but last year of anime had a lot more to talk about in terms of like original anime and season 1s. This year, I feel, has been the year of sequels. A lot of the best shows this year has been sequels. It's a lot of the big talking points this year have been sequels. And so it's kind of like harder for me to like make a script, because there's not so much, unless a sequel does something above and beyond its prequels, there's not so much I can say about it, which is why I probably won't end up going on the list. So unless it really goes like above and beyond, it's hard to really talk about it. Summertime Render, yeah, I actually need to. I'm like 5 episodes behind Summertime Rendering. and I really need to finish that. I'm going to be finishing that this weekend, in fact. Going to be marathoning a bunch of shows, but that was definitely on my list. JoJo Part 6, most underrated, bro. In what year, like, how JoJo has fallen, and it's not JoJo's fault. It's entirely Netflix's fault, but in like, imagine you saying 5 years ago, JoJo Part 6 is going to be underrated, right? Oh, thank you very much, Astrosy, for the 20 gift subs. Thank you, man. It's been a while. Thank you so much. But, like, if you told me 5 years, yeah, JoJo Part 6 is going to be underrated, everyone would have fucking laughed. Nobody's watching JoJo now. Like, even Connor did not know that, like, Part 3 of JoJo was, like, releasing soon. Like, Part 3 of, like the third part of Part 6. Like, Connor barely talks about JoJo, and he's, like, the fucking JoJo guy. It's tomorrow? It releases tomorrow? Fuck. Okay, I knew it was releasing soon. I didn't know it was releasing that soon. What? What? Jesus. Fuck. Okay, that entirely just proves my point. That entirely just proves my point. JoJo is like really, really underwatched this season, and JoJo is... Hey, look, in what world do we live in that JoJo is actually like underrated and underwatched now? But that actually happened with Part 6. What the hell? Hope Part 7 deserves better. Yeah. New season of Overlord was okay. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it as well. I watched Overlord, and I remember when I was doing like the Isekai tier list, I was like, everyone was just like, Overlord season 4, this is where the big payoff comes, and I was just like, kind of feels the same. It was good. It was It was good. I was enjoying my time. I didn't think it was a bad show, but I don't think it was don't think it was anything to write home about. It was, no, I wouldn't say it was mid. I would say it was a good show, and just good. It was a good show. just good. Let's not go crazy with that. Bleach started so strong, I know. Bleach actually has blown all of my expectations away, but I'm trying to keep my expectations in check as much as possible, because if memory serves, this arc of Bleach started really, really strong, and then gradually got weaker and weaker as it went on. Partially due to the fact that I believe Kubo had to really, really rush the ending. I don't know how much partially that is due to the fact, but I know that it was a big reason. So I'm keeping my expectations in check. But stuff I need to watch. I'm going to be watching Bocce the Rock, that I'm not already watching. I'm going to be watching finishing Summertime Render.
Giguk, on your Crunchyroll top 30 anime list, you have FMA at 30, and I'm doing a challenge where I watch the shows on your almighty list. So I was wondering if you meant the OG Fullmetal or Brotherhood, because I watched both lol.
Yeah. Yeah, about that list. You know what? Let's just say, chat, do you wanna answer this question for me, chat? Do you wanna answer this question for me? Do you wanna answer this question for me, chat? Let's just say I put Fullmetal Alchemist at number 30, just to see how many people would notice that I put it at number 30, and because you know me, I love Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist is great. Fullmetal Alchemist is like the best anime that's ever made, right, guys? Right? It's great. It's great, and I can talk about it all day long. I can talk about all the things that happen in Fullmetal Alchemist. I can talk about all of the characters, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm saying it now. Look, we're starting. Let's start the list right now. Okay. I'm going to make a prediction. All right. I'm going to make a prediction right now that IGN have put Fullmetal Alchemist or Brotherhood at number 1. Is that a bold prediction? I don't know. But I'm feeling, as the biggest Fullmetal Alchemist fan, the biggest fan that has ever existed, the one who will never stop talking about Fullmetal Alchemist, it is going to be at number 1 of IGN's greatest anime of all time. Right, guys? Right? Have I watched it? Of course I've watched it. Of course I have. You know, like, let me, like, you know, Edward Elric is like one of the best characters. Alphonse Elric, I love like the Brotherhood. That's why Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is called Brotherhood, right? Because it's about Edward and Alphonse. And what can I say? Hughes like best dad. Hughes is best dad. That, you know, oh god, that scene with the dog, you know what I'm talking about, bro. That still traumatizes me to this day. Like when I saw that dog, it just but like, you know, at least we have like Roy Mustang, right? Fucking what an awesome character. I love it when he like clicks his fingers and like the fire comes out. So, you know, as you can see, I fucking love Fullmetal Alchemist. And all right, let's start. Let's start this list. All right, so we are going to be reacting to IGN's top 25 anime of all time. Wouldn't you know it? I can already see Fullmetal Alchemist in there. Who could have seen? Who would have known that Fullmetal Alchemist would have been in this top 25 list? But one thing I will already say is that it's nearby impossible to do a top 25 list of the greatest anime of all time. I mean, you can look at my top 30 list on Crunchyroll, but if I was okay, so there's a difference, okay? There's a difference to a personal list and when one that you would write for, let's say, a media company like IGN. The list I submitted to Crunchyroll is not the list I would have submitted if I was doing an article for IGN, or even if I was making a video on the Gigak channel. That would not be the list I would be submitting, because I think there's a lot of factors that you need to take into consideration. And as someone who has made list videos before, what you want to do is, like, the real secret of making lists or list videos of like the top X anime, it's not to please everyone, it's to piss off the least amount of people. That is the goal. It's not even like to make the greatest list of all time. You just need to piss off the least amount of people, all right? Because you're never going to please everyone, all right? So it's less about the placing of individual shows, unless there's an obvious thing that's out of place, but it's about making sure that you piss off the least amount of people as possible. I don't think IGN knows that. I don't think IGN are able to consider that, because I'm gonna guess that there's gonna be not a lot of variations, and I'm gonna be guessing that there's gonna be, well, obviously I can see here Fullmetal Alchemist, Cowboy Bebop, Evangelion, and One Piece, which is all shows that very, very much I would have thought would have been on a list like this. So let's start off at number 5. At number 5, Haikyuu. Okay. Interesting. That's not a bad choice, actually. That's not a bad choice. Because with Haikyuu, I do think at the moment Haikyuu is the best modern sports anime. Number 25. I meant number 25, guys. I think it's the best modern sports anime. Is it the greatest sports anime of all time? I do not think so. But I do think, in terms of like the modern sports anime boom, I do think it is the most well written, the most well rounded. And the animation as well is on point. Slam Dunk GOAT. I actually think my favorite sports anime of all time is Hajime no Ippo. If we're talking sports anime, ain't no fucking way Slam Dunk is up there. Have you seen the Slam Dunk anime? Bro, they take like 10 episodes to go through one fucking match, man. It ain't Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk manga. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking, okay? Slam Dunk manga, yes, I can get behind that. Slam Dunk anime, no. It is aged horribly. In terms of my favorite sports anime of all time, I do think it's either Hajime no Ippo, if we're talking about your traditional sports anime, which I would definitely put on a list like this.
This guy called you the Trashikai Lord.
All right, I'll check that out later. Thank you very much. It's either Hajime no Ippo, which I would put on a list if it was my list, for the greatest sports anime of all time, traditional sports anime, or it would be Ping Pong the Animation, which I think would also deserve to be on this list. I think Ping Pong the Animation does deserve to be up there as one of the greatest anime of all time. Will it make this list? I don't know. But Haikyuu, I don't think that's a bad choice, because you always, in the top 20 anime of all time, you always need to factor popularity on some way, shape, or form. And Haikyuu has had such a big effect on getting people into sports anime and just getting people invested in volleyball. And I think number 25, I'll have to see what else they put on this list, but I'll let it pass. I'll let it pass. You know, is it in the top 25? Arguable. Is it the worst choice in the world? No. Moving on. It's a solid choice. All right, this is not a bad start. Trigun. Oh. Really? Top 25? All time? All time? Oh, it's been a very, very long time since I watched Trigun, and I still think it's a really, really good show. But I don't know if it deserves to be in the top 25 of all time. Is this the nostalgia talking? I feel like a lot of this is nostalgia, because Trigun, I think, has really, really great characters. Vash is one of my favorite characters in like all of anime. I think he's like a really, really well-written character. In the anime, oof. This is hard because I genuinely enjoy Trigun. I think it's a great, great show. I don't know if it deserves to be in the top 25 anime of all time. I think the one of the biggest things is that the animation is a little dated, I think. I remember it came out in like I remember like Trigun and Cowboy Bebop came out in, I think, the same year, or at least like 1 or 2 years different. And like Cowboy Bebop looks so much fucking better than Trigun, and that animation has not aged at all. And I feel like the Trigun animation has aged a bit more poorly than the Cowboy Bebop animation, even though it is by Madhouse. You know, I'm gonna put that on like the maybe it deserves to be there. I haven't watched Trigun in a very, very long time. I'm gonna put Trigun as not the greatest choice in the world, but it's not like a clown choice, you know. I think I wouldn't put top 20, top 50. Yeah, I would put it in top 50. Top 25. I think I can think of 25 like better shows than Trigun, in my opinion. Top 50? Hell yeah. I'll allow it. I think whoever is making this list, nostalgia must have played a big factor in Trigun. But not the worst pick. Not a clown pick. All right, it's top 50. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Okay. So, in a mainstream media outlet like IGN, Of course Dragon Ball Z would have made the list. Of course Dragon Ball Z would make the list. Is it, in my opinion, even close to the top 25 greatest anime of all time? No, absolutely not. It's, in my opinion, it is nowhere near even like close to the greatest shonen anime of all time. Does it deserve to be on this list solely thanks to its legacy and its effects and you know, the popularity that it's had for the anime industry and just fucking anime as a whole? Maybe. That's the only reason I will, you know, I can see something like Dragon Ball Z getting on a list like this, because, you know, when it's the term greatest is very subjective, and a lot of it you have to think about, you know, which shows have shaped the generation of anime fans, and I think it would be tough to ignore that Dragon Ball Z like did not have an effect on shaping how, like, what anime is today. I'd put it at 25. I'd put it at 25 for that. I'd put it at like the lowest ranking it could possibly go on the list. Remember, we're like in a list like this, we want to try to not to piss off as many people as possible. Dragon Ball Z will always deserve to be on a list talking about the greatest anime of all time, purely for its legacy. But I'm like, keep that shit like away from the top spot as much as possible. Keep it off. Keep it away from the top spot as much as possible. Mexicans would riot if it wasn't here. I know. Look, all of South America would fucking riot if Dragon Ball Z wasn't on the list somewhere, guys. We would literally be declaring war against like the entire like every like South American country, man. Gym Bros too? Yo, you know it, man. You know it. Alright, look, I'll on this list, and, you know, 2023, it's not the worst. I expect it to be on this list. Would it be on my list if I was making a list like this? I would put it at, like, you know, I'd put it, again, like, top 50. It deserves to be in the top 50 for me, as the greatest anime of all time. 23 is a bit high for me, but I understand why it's on here. And I'm more surprised, actually, that IGN had the balls to put it this low. I'm more surprised that they actually had the balls to put it this low. So honestly, IGN, my clown on you, not a bad start. Not a bad start so far. Moving on.
What's the 02 video in your bookmarks?
You know what? I take back everything I literally just said. Take back everything I just fucking said. I just... What? 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 Are you serious? Top 25 anime of all time. Bro. It ain't even the top anime airing this season. IGN? It ain't even the top anime airing this fucking season. And you're putting it in the top 25 of all time? Are you serious? I just...
My favorite part of My Hero was when All Might told Deku, "Wow Deku, you truly are the hero of this academia."
My favorite part of My Hero Academia is... It's my favorite part of My Hero Academia is not being in the top 25 anime of all time. So, where do I even start with this? Where do I even start? Does My Hero Academia even deserve to be above Dragon Ball Z? No. In my opinion, Dragon Ball Z has like the legacy behind it. It has the importance behind it. It has the influence on the anime industry. What the fuck has My Hero Academia got? Bro. Fucking... I'm just wondering what the logic is behind putting My Hero Academia like anywhere near this list. Is it even in the top 10 shonen anime of all time? No, I don't think so. Is it like popular to clown on My Hero Academia now?
Hey man, what's up with the 02 vid in your bookmarks? If you have something to tell us, don't be afraid to talk about it.
I honestly, I'll be honest, going on a quick tangent. I don't know what the 02 bookmark is. I don't know why I bookmark it. I think I was like, it's been there for ages. And I'm afraid to find out what I bookmark. So I'm not gonna check out what I bookmark. But My Hero Academia. Okay, so funnily enough, I've clowned on My Hero Academia a lot. A lot of people have fallen out of love with My Hero Academia. A lot of people have stopped watching My Hero Academia. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I like to call people out on their bullshit. If it's, I like to call people out with, an informed take. I'm actually caught up to My Hero Academia. I caught up last month. I caught up to season 5, which was so hard. So season 5 was so fucking hard to catch up to. God, that was a slog. Season 6 so far, actually pretty good. Season 6 is one of the best arcs of My Hero Academia so far. It's one of the best arcs of My Hero Academia so far. Is it worth going through season 5? Maybe. We'll see how the arc ends. Even with season 6 right now, which I've heard is like My Hero Academia at its peak, basically. It's one of the peaks of My Hero Academia. I still think it's less enjoyable than other shonens that are even airing right now. I think it's less enjoyable than Bleach. I think that...
As a BNHA manga reader that has caught up, I can safely say that it's alright, but definitely feels like a slog compared to something like Black Clover.
Bro, you think Black Clover's a slog? Have you read Black Clover? If there's one thing Black Clover is, if there's one thing Black Clover isn't, it's a fucking slog. Are you kidding me? Yo, Black Clover puts on the acceleration and then just never stops. Black Clover started off slow maybe, but at a certain point, it pushed the acceleration and then it never took its foot off the gas.
You have it backwards, KEKW. I said BNHA is a slog compared to Black Clover.
Oh, okay. I was about to go fucking off. I was about to go off. But yeah, okay. In that case, I agree. My Hero Academia is very much a bit of a slog. Even at the height of its popularity, even in season 2, season 3, would I have put My Hero Academia at the 22nd or even the top 25 best anime of all time? No, absolutely not. Not even close. What the fuck is it doing on this list, IGN? What is it doing on this list? It is... Yeah... Is it popularity? No, I can't. Forget everything I said about giving IGN the benefit of the doubt. They had a good start, and then they just threw that all away, all right? This ain't the entire circus so far, but IGN, you definitely have started on putting on the clown costume. You've put on the wig, maybe the nose. We'll see what else you've put on. All right. Next up. Made in Abyss. Okay. Fuck yes, Made in Abyss deserves to be in the top 25 anime of all time. It is incredible. My gripe is it is this low. 21? 21 on the list? It deserves to be way higher unless there are some shows that I am like forgetting about, or there are some shows that I am missing. That I'm missing in my mind. But in my mind, Made in Abyss is going to be a show that will stay with you. It's going to be a show that will stick out, no matter like how much time passes. I've recently just finished season 2, and it's fucking incredible. My heart was torn to shreds. My soul wailed. It was an absolutely horrific experience in terms of the events, and I loved every part of it. Guys, gave me depression, ripped my soul to pieces. 10 out of 10 would recommend again. and that's the Made in Abyss experience, right? It's got one of the most fascinating worlds I've ever seen in all of anime. It's got some of the most terrifying ideas I've seen in the medium of anime as well. And every part of its production is an absolute masterclass, including Kevin, my boy, Kevin Penkin. I don't know how you did it once again, but holy fuck, Made in Abyss Season 2 OST, like, you keep raising your personal bar, and you keep raising your bar with every season you do. I don't know how you did it, because season 1 was already fucking incredible. Kevin, my boy Penkin, I know. I try to keep bias as much out as possible because he is a mate. But I can even, Kevin, just compared to like your previous work in Made in Abyss, it's on another level. And part of the reason season 2 is, in my opinion, better than season 1 is that the music took a massive upgrade as well. Oolong High level? No, bro, he was chugging those Oolong Highs when he made season 2 OST. The movies are so good as well. It is. In my opinion, Made in Abyss, you know, sometimes you watch a show and you think, that was really cool, that was really fun. I'm probably going to forget it in like 5 years. Made in Abyss is going to be one of those shows that I already know in 5-10 years, I'm going to think back on. And I'm going to think about how amazing this world was. I'm going to think about how many incredible ideas there were in this anime. And it deserves to be, like, even if the animation becomes dated or whatever in 5-10 years, it's still going to be an incredible show. And I think it's going to be one that sticks around for the long period of time. And I think it deserves to be way higher than 21. But at least it's on this list. Moving on to the next one, 20. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay. Well, of course, I also expected it to be on this list. If not, then you would... you would piss off the entire JoJo fan base. I can see, like IGN just fucking unzipped and whatever, and we're just like, JoJo fans, okay, here you go. Here's your dick, okay? Here's your dick, JoJo fans. You know, there you go, guys. Go fucking ham. All right. This is for you. This unsucked cock, it's for you. It's the final unsucked cock, okay? Go for it. Yes, it's going to be on this list. Would I put it at 20? I think with something like JoJo, because it's so unique. Do I think it deserves to be in the top 25 anime series of all time? Yeah. Do I think it deserves to be 20 or higher? I think anywhere between 25 and 15 is a reasonable placing for JoJo. I don't think JoJo I don't think JoJo to me would ever like break the top 10 or in my opinion top 15, but top 25. I think that's around the right placing for JoJo. So that's, you know, anywhere where I see JoJo on the list at that, I think it deserves to be. I think it's unique enough. I think it's a genuinely good enough show as well. It's not just the memes. It's not just the fan base and everything like that. And it's also had a massive effect on anime itself. How many JoJo references have you seen in random anime? A lot. Okay, so yeah, it deserves to be there for sure. Moving on to number 19. Oh God, what is this doing here? Why are they putting every shonen on? Why are they putting every shonen on? Why? Why the fuck are they putting every shonen on this list? What? IGN. You know there are more genres of anime than shonen, right? You know. This is a top 25 list of all of anime, not just a top 25 shonen and 2000 like nostalgia goggle fucking shows, right? I like how they specified Naruto Shippuden when I wouldn't even put Naruto Shippuden on there. I would be like, you know what? In my opinion, I enjoyed the original Naruto more. My favorite arcs in Naruto were the fucking like stuff like the Chunin exam, the Rescue Sasuke arc. I thought I'm surprised they put specifically Naruto Shippuden on this list because I thought in my opinion, I still really enjoyed Naruto Shippuden. Kind of checked out after the Pain arc. Pain arc, fucking amazing. The fourth Ninja War arc, oh my god, that dragged on too long. Also in anime, there is so much fucking filler in Naruto. There is so much fucking filler in Naruto that it's something that I can't ignore when I'm thinking about anime adaptations. And I'm guessing One Piece is going to be on here as well, and I have my opinions to say about the One Piece anime as well. Do I think that Naruto deserves to be on the top 25 anime of all time? No, I don't. In my opinion, it is still a very, very good show. It's a show that is very important and certainly shaped my teenage years. Do I think that it has the same legacy as Dragon Ball Z? I do not. Do I think it's the best shonen of all time? Or do I think it's one of the best shonen of all time? I do not. Do I think it deserves to be on the top 25 list when there are more genres in anime than shonen? I do not. It's in my opinion, okay? I don't think I'm not gonna clown on Naruto because it's still like a really, really important show to me, and I still really, really like Naruto, and there are so many aspects to Naruto that I still think are very, very well done and really, really good. I just don't think it deserves to be in the top 25, especially in the top 20 anime of all time. Are you kidding me? Naruto definitely in the top 20? No. No, not the top 20 of all time. It's taking up a spot that I think it's taking, like, there are plenty of shows that deserve the spot way more than Naruto, okay? Am I saying it's a bad show or anime? No. Am I saying it's not deserving to be in the top 20 anime of all time? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like, looking at this list so far, nostalgia's played a big fucking factor. Nostalgia has played a big factor. That's a no from me, dog. That's a no from me. Moving on. I'm kind of seeing a pattern here, guys. I'm kind of seeing a pattern here. Ah, you know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I think Death Note's still a fucking amazing show. Do I think the end? Do I think the final? Like, do I think it's still good after episode 24, 25? No. But I still think it's a fucking great show. It's a great manga. Is it the top 25 of all time? I'll allow it. It's not the worst choice in the world. It's not the worst choice, but you know, the only thing I would have to say against Death Note is that, you know, in the first arc, I still think it's a masterclass. You know, I still think a lot of the reasons why people hate on Death Note is because it became popular to hate on Death Note, because it became super popular, and I think Death Note in general encompasses like a lot of cringy mid-2000s anime culture you've seen, like that we remember. Like, if you grew up in my generation, did anyone have that guy in fucking high school or something that brought a Death Note to school? And you're just like, dude, what the fuck? Why? Why? It's like, it became cool to hate on because it's like, you know, back in my day, if you saw someone like, Death Note fans were the kind of people that shopped at Hot Topic and shit like that, you know. It's just like, oh, I see, you're an edgy guy. Okay, we got a little edgy person here right now. But aside from that, I still think it's a genuinely good show. You know, when how can I say this? When an alphabet when a letter from the alphabet got removed, you know, I do think that it did take a drop in quality, but I still think that the ending of Death Note itself was pretty good. But I still think the ending itself was pretty good. I think the journey to get there is a little messy. when a character got L plus ratioed, that's already the... Yeah, when a character got L plus ratio, the entire show got L plus ratioed. Okay, let's move on. At number 17, we have Attack on Titan. Wow. 17? Really? This is way too low. This is absolutely way too low. Like, you remember just a second ago when I was like, it became cool to like clown on Death Note even though it became super popular. I think Attack on Titan is one of the few shows that has gained mainstream popularity, that has had such a big influence on this generation of anime fans, and it absolutely deserves it. Attack on Titan is definitely one of the greatest anime of all time. To me, I would definitely put it up in the top 10. Overrated? I absolutely do not think it's overrated. I think this is a rare occurrence of a great show getting the attention that it deserves. I think it's such a rare instance where we see a show like Attack on Titan, where we see a super popular show, and you watch it, and I mean, you're like, damn, this is pretty fucking good. You know, this is fucking great. People are saying it's good, just haven't seen the ending. Well, we haven't seen the ending yet, but even if the ending is shit, like, let's say, even if the ending is shit, we have 4.5 seasons now of like S tier anime. You know, can an ending ruin a show so much to the point that it ruins this much S tier material? In my opinion, it's arguable. It depends on the story itself, but in my opinion, after what Attack on Titan has done so far with the characters it's written and the direction that it's taken, it will be hard to forget what Attack on Titan has done so far. Yes, Game of Thrones. let me talk about Game of Thrones, okay? Look, Game of Thrones is nowhere near similar to Attack on Titan, okay? The first thing is that Game of Thrones wasn't the ending, okay? Game of Thrones was like 3 to 4 seasons of like declining quality to that ending, right? Completely different fucking subject, completely different comparison. Like Game of Thrones was fantastic until a certain point, and then it started dipping in quality, and then season 8 absolutely imploded on itself, you know? Attack on Titan has, so far, we've gotten like 85% of the story, and 85% of the story has been absolutely incredible. So, in my humble opinion, Attack on Titan should be way fucking higher. It should not be this low. In my opinion, top 10 anime of all time. Considering everything, I would put Attack on Titan on my list within the top 10. Where would I put it exactly? I don't know, but it definitely deserves top 10 anime of all time. Moving on. Ouran High School Host Club. Well, it's taken this long to get our first shoujo romance anime on here. It's good. It's good. I've got a lot of fond memories of Ouran High School Host Club. Is it top 25 anime of all time? I feel like this is the nostalgia talking again. It's like Ouran High School Host Club was one of those shows that got a lot of people into romance anime, into shoujo anime, and it was one of the most popular anime of that genre when coming out. And I do have a lot of fond memories of that. I would have picked something like Fruits Basket over something like this, if I'm being honest. I don't know if Ouran High School Host Club is the greatest in its own genre. And it's really, really, really high. It's really high. Better than Attack on Titan? Hell no. Hell no. Ouran is good. Ouran is good. It is good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm wondering if it's in the top 20 anime of all time good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say that something is good and also say that something something isn't in the top 20 anime of all time. It's been a while since I watched Ouran, so I will have to rewatch it. But even from my memory, it's not my favorite in the genre. Was it one of the first shoujo I've ever watched? Yes, it was actually. Is it my favorite in the genre? No. So I think this is nostalgia talking again. Looking at this list so far. Let me tell you the person or the people that made this list. I got into anime in the early 2000s and I started off watching a bunch of shonen. And maybe the only time I don't watch shonen is when it's super popular in its genre, basically. And do you know how I know? Because this list would be similar to my list if I didn't watch anything but shonen. Don't call me out like that. This is exactly that list so far. You know, like, I'll put Ouran in the maybe. I haven't watched Ouran in a very, very long time, so I don't know if it deserves to be this high up. But is Ouran a good show? Yes. Do I really still have fond memories of Ouran? Hell yeah. You know, I still have such a fun time with that show. I still think it's a genuinely good show. Don't know if it deserves to be this high. Moving on. Oh, what is this? All right, starting back at the bottom. Moving on to number 15. Number 15. Ooh, that's a wild card. Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby. Okay. This is a surprising one. This is a surprising one. I did not think Devilman would be on this list. That is a surprising list. I feel like maybe they picked this as their wild cards. Would I put it at 15 though? I think it's really good. I think, okay, Devilman Crybaby to me is a really, really good fucking show. And I still think it holds up. You know, sometimes you watch a show that comes out right away and then you're really hyped in the moment, but then you forget about it like when the year ends. And I still think back to Devilman and I still think, damn, that's a really good fucking show. Do I think it deserves to be above shit like Made in Abyss? I do not. Do I think that deserves to be on the top 25 of all time? Maybe. I think 15 is a little high. I would have put it a little bit lower than 15. It's not even my favorite. Fuck. The name's escaping me now. God, who's the director again? Oh, fake anime reviewer. I forgot the director. Yuasa. That's it. Yuasa. It's not even my favorite Yuasa show. I think if I was to put a Yuasa show in the top 25, it would be Ping Pong the Animation. I think Ping Pong the Animation is overall a more complete and solid show. But I'll allow Devilman. I'll allow it. IGN, this ain't the worst pick in the world. This ain't the worst pick. This ain't my list. I'll allow Devilman. Ping Pong overrated. I respectfully disagree. Look, we can say any show, and then someone in chat's gonna say it's overrated. Someone in chat's gonna say it's overrated. If anything, I think it's fucking underrated, my guy, because not enough people know about Ping Pong the Animation. Are you kidding me? Oxygen. Oxygen. Overrated. Guys, eating, overrated. Guys, okay, you know, breathing air, life, overrated, guys. Come on. Yeah. Like I said, not the worst pick in the world. Would I put it this high? Probably not, but I'm not going to complain that it's on the list. Moving on to number 14. We have Again! When will I escape? When will I escape? When will Demon Slayer stop haunting me? When will Demon Slayer stop haunting me? On every fucking reaction list I do, it's there. It's there. Crunchyroll top anime of the year, it's there. Animation of the year, it's there. Top anime of all time, it's there. It's just, I just oh my. I'm gonna say it. Placing Demon Slayer here, I'm more offended than Demon Slayer is here than My Hero Academia being on this list. I am more fucking offended. Oh god. I just do I even need to explain myself? Top thoughts. Okay. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I can agree that Demon Slayer is the 14th. Sorry.
Chat, let's all support Garn's efforts to go into counseling for Demon Slayer overconsumption.
Maybe I will allow you to think that Demon Slayer is the 14th best anime of all time. If you've seen 14 anime. For those of us that have seen more than 14 anime, what the fuck is it doing here? What the fuck? Why is it here? Why have you put Demon Slayer on this list? It's just it ain't even close to done yet. It ain't even close to done. Now, if this was a list that was like a list of like the top 25 best animation of all time seen in anime, then yes, I do think that Demon Slayer does deserve to be on this list. I think Ufotable does an amazing fucking job. I think season 2, the Entertainment District arc, that is some of the most consistently incredible animation I've seen in an anime series. In an anime series, I will have trouble naming you another series that just goes that hard. Ufotable, in my opinion, really have set a new bar when it comes to specifically anime series this year with the Entertainment District arc. It is absolutely incredible. And I'm not taking that away. But I can't ignore the story. I can't ignore the story, guys. I just can't. It's not a bad story. It's not a bad one at all. It's just okay. It's okay to good. It's okay to good. I think it does its job. The story does its job. And the animation is incredible. And Demon Slayer is one of my, the Entertainment District arc is one of my favorite shows that has aired this year. But I would be lying if it was for any reason other than the incredible adaptation that it's gotten. And even with the incredible adaptation that it's gotten, it does not deserve to be on the top 25 anime of all time. It does not deserve to be in the top 15 anime of all time. Okay? I'm done. I don't want to see any more fucking Demon Slayers on any more lists or any more fucking awards or anything like that. Please get it out of my sight. I am tired of seeing Demon Slayer on every fucking list I fucking see. Alright. Moving on. So many other shows you could have put on here. There's so many other shows you could have put on here. Moving on. Oh, we got some honorable mentions. We got a fucking Jujutsu Kaisen. It's just yes. All the shonen. What shonen are we missing? Guys? Guys, I've seen one episode of Chainsaw Man, and after seeing one episode, it deserves to be on the top 20 best anime of all time, guys. Okay, I'm looking at this right now, and I don't know what else they put on this list, but already Jujutsu Kaisen out. out. Come on. After one season? No, absolutely not. In the future, perhaps, but after one season, absolutely not. In the same way, even after one season of Chainsaw Man, that does not deserve to be anywhere near this list either. Steins Gate. I think, it's arguable whether it's the top 25. I personally probably would have put it in my top 25 list of all time, but at least it got an honorable mention. Chihaya Furu? You know what? I think I'm disappointed in you, IGN. I'm disappointed in you. If you had the balls to put Chihaya Furu in the top 25, I would have given you an applause. I would have literally stood up and given you a standing ovation. All right? If you actually had the fucking balls to do that, because you are right. Chihaya Furu, fucking amazing show. You know what? I completely forgot, because Chihaya Furu is also one of my best sports anime of all time. Absolutely amazing show, highly underrated. And if you had the balls to put it in the top 25 over shit like fucking Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, fucking Naruto Shippuden, like, if you had the balls, I would have applauded you. But you didn't, okay? You didn't. You fell into the trap of appealing to the shonen fans. You fell into that trap. No balls. Where's your courage? Where is your courage? Okay? Where is it? Come on. IGN, come on, please. If any of these shows, these are all really good fucking shows. These are all really good shows. It's either really good shows or shows that have had a massive effect on the industry. You look at Ranma Half, you look at Sailor Moon. I'm surprised Sailor Moon is on this list. You put Dragon Ball Z on this list and not Sailor Moon? Huh? And we're talking about legacy here and you didn't put Sailor Moon on this list? Ooh, seems a bit unfair in my opinion. Seems a little bit unfair in my opinion. Like, what the hell? It's just... Sailor Moon, yeah, Sailor Moon is a fucking powerhouse. Sailor Moon is an absolute fucking powerhouse. If Dragon Ball Z makes this list, then Sailor Moon absolutely deserves to make this list as well. And Kill la Kill, I think deserves an honorable mention. I don't think it deserves the top 25 anime of all time. Over Kill la Kill, I would have put Gurren Lagann. Over Kill la Kill. All right, moving on. We're in the top. We're not even in the top 10 yet. Oh my god, we're not even in the top 10. All right, number 13, Code Geass: Lelouch of the Rebellion.
Where are you right now? I mean, I'm at Soup. What store are you in? I'm at the Soup store.
Okay, if we're including meme lore in it, deserves to be in the top 25.
Why are you buying clothes at the Soup store? F you.
Did you guys plan that? Chat, are you fucking planning this shit? What's going on? We're just gonna get the entire fucking skit laid out in front of us? Alright, if we're including the soup scene, it's in like the top 10 anime of all time, right guys? If we're including the soup scene. I do think Lelouch of the... I do think Code Geass deserves to be on this list. I think it deserves to be on this list solely for the reason that I still think it has the best ending in all of anime. I still think it has the best ending in all of anime. Is it a bit messy to get to that ending? Absolutely. It was a fucking messy season 2. It was an absolutely messy season 2. But I think I said this on Trash Taste. Code Geass season 2 was a car crash that somehow perfectly parallel parked. Does it deserve to be in the top 13? I would have probably put it a little bit lower. I would have put Code Geass a little bit lower just because I can't ignore how messy season 2 was, and there were like a lot of episodes in season 1 that, you know, everyone talks about season 1 being fucking incredible, fucking amazing. And then I remember rewatching with Sydney, and then you forget that there's like an entire episode dedicated to chasing a cat with a helmet, and like shit like that. But ignoring maybe a few dodgy episodes of season 1 is still like a 9 out of 10 season, in my opinion. Table scene. Let's forget about the table scene. It has meaning. Guys, tell me the meaning. Tell me the meaning between the table, okay? Cat episode is iconic. What about the fucking cat episode is iconic, guys? Can you imagine if they caught the cat and just that's the end of Code Geass? Forget the epic ending of Code Geass. Yo, Code Geass ends because they find the cat. They realize the Lucia Zero this entire time. Rebellion thwarted by a fucking cat. Roll credits. Thank you very much. Top 10 anime of all time. Yeah. I think Code Geass deserves to be on this list. I don't think it deserves to be this high, but I think it deserves to be on this list. Moving on. Oh my god. Please stop. Please. I prefer you to stop bugging the shit out of me. Okay, moving on. Samurai Champloo. Yeah. I think I've only grown to appreciate Samurai Champloo more as time has gone on. I think Samurai Champloo has like inadvertently had a massive cultural impact. Like, I remember when it first came out, and then you saw samurais and hip hop, and that was a strange combination. But now I look at samurais and I'm like, of course it would be hip hop. I can't think of anything that would go so perfectly with samurais. And in the same vein of how Initial D married drifting with Eurobeat, Samurai Champloo marriage put together samurais and hip hop and made it feel like there was no other thing that could have gone with it. Nujabes is an absolute legend, and I remember in an old Potaku episode, this was me putting on the clown costume. I remember I was just like, I don't think hip hop goes as well with Samurai Champloo as jazz goes with Cowboy Bebop. I remember saying that in a very old Potaku episode, and I was a fucking clown, okay? Young Gigok, fucking clown, didn't know what he was talking about. I took the L+ ratio that day. But yeah, Samurai Champloo deserves to be on here. And it was just such a pleasure to spend time with the ensemble of Samurai Champloo. So I don't really have anything to say about that. Agreed. Moving on to... Ooh! Okay! Now we're fucking talking. Now we are talking, IGN. Oh, well, at least one person in your team has good taste. Holy shit! I did not expect Baccano to be on this list. Whoa, what the fuck? Rare IGNW, am I right? Yes, absolutely Baccano deserves to be on this list. Yes, absolutely Baccano deserves to be this high. I would have put it around this high as well, because even now with like all the anime I've watched, I find it difficult to find an anime that's just as fun as Bakuno is. Bakuno has so many different things going on, has so many elements that I feel are interesting, and executes that in such a good way. I think Durarara is very, very similar in Bakuno in like, you know, taking all these different characters, different storylines, and putting it into one. But I feel like Bakuno was Durarara, but just concentrated. I think it's hard to find just such an action-packed 13-episode show as Bakuno is. And I think Durarara took what Bakuno did well and expanded that into like 2 or 3 seasons. Bakuno is just that, but concentrated. And if you haven't checked out Bakuno, it is still one of my favorite anime of all time. It's got some of my favorite characters in anime of all time, some of the most interesting character archetypes you've seen, and it's just an absolute fucking pleasure just to see them all clash and go ahead with each other. The anime is absolute chaos, but it's the kind of controlled chaos that is really, really hard to see done correctly. Basically, if you like Quentin Tarantino films, you'll fucking love Bakuno. And props to you, IGN, for putting it up this high. Moving on. Fully Coolly. Now I know. Now I absolutely know. I absolutely know. You know, remember what I said earlier about this person got into anime in the early 2000s? But like this is a list. This is a list of someone who basically got into anime in the Toonami Adult Swim era. Do I think Fully Coolly is a fucking great show? Yes. Is it one of my personal favorite shows? Yes. Top 10? No. No. It is not top 10. It is not top 10. I think Fully Coolly is kind of like, how can I say this? Fully Coolly does a lot of interesting and amazing and original ideas, and I think the original series is incredible. I think it's incredible. I think like it's got an amazing soundtrack. Love the soundtrack. Love all the ideas, but I think right now, it stands out less. When Fully Coolly came out, I think it really, really stood out as having this very, very original show, and having a show so like with such a core identity that revolved around its music and its soundtrack, and so many interesting ideas in terms of like animation and stuff like that. I think in the modern era of anime, there are a lot of shows that do what Fully Coolly have done as well. I think Fully Coolly stands out less than it used to. If this list was made in like 2003, like the mid 2000s when Fully Coolly came out, I think it would absolutely deserve to be up there in the top 10. I think nowadays it just stands out less in my opinion. I still absolutely love Fully Coolly. I still love what it meant for me when I grew up with it. It's still one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. And I think at a point it was my favorite soundtrack of all time. But it's not anymore. I don't think it's the best animated show of all time anymore. I don't think it has the best soundtrack of all time anymore. I think there are like in the modern era, you've seen shows that have done what Fully Coolly has done, and done them a little bit better. Not much better, just a little bit better. You know? I still think it's a fucking great show though. And that's the reason why I would put it not in the top 10. I would put it, you know, top 30. I think Fully Coolly is a top 30 show. I think it's a top 30 show. I'm going to take a quick pee break. So I will be back in just a second, guys. Pee break time, let's go. I'm back! And it's banana time, guys. Let me live my JoJo fan. Let me live up to my JoJo fan. All right. All right. Here we go. I have returned to monkey. Yeah. All right, let's get back to it. So we're now in the top 10. This is the real shit now, guys. We talking real shit, all right? IGN, you better be bringing up some fucking bangers in this top 10 is all I'm saying, all right? No more fucking Demon Slayer, please. No more My Hero Academias, all right? We bangers only, all right? Bangers only, IGN. SAO, bro. If SAO is on this list, I'm gonna laugh so fucking hard. I'm gonna laugh so fucking hard. Alright. I'm saying it right now, this list so far has been fueled. It's been fueled purely by the power of shonen fans and nostalgia. Shonen fans and nostalgia have taken over this list, man. Moving on. Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking good shonen. Now we're fucking talking good shonen, guys. Now we are fucking talking. Finally, some good fucking shonen. Finally, a shonen that I'm happy is on this list. Now, the only thing I really have to debate about Yu Yu Hakusho is, does it deserve to be in the number 9 place in the top 10? Maybe, perhaps. This list is very shonen heavy. I would have personally put Yu Yu Hakusho maybe closer to like where fucking Demon Slayer is right now. You know? Like, this deserves to go where the other shonen in this list have gone so far. You know, somewhere around that time. Do I think it deserves to be in the top 25? I do think it deserves to be in the top 25. I think Yu Yu Hakusho is one of the best shonen anime, in my opinion. I think the writing in Yu Yu Hakusho is absolutely incredible. It still has some of my favorite villains in all of anime. Because God forbid Togashi is fucking incredible at writing villains. You got Toguro, you got Sensui, like great fucking villains. Animation, a little bit dated. It's a little bit dated, but it still has one of the best, if not the best, tournament arcs in all of anime. And for that reason alone, of course it deserves to be in the top 25 anime. It deserves to be where you would need to place some shonen shows. So yes, agreed that Yu Yu Hakusho deserves to be on this list. Maybe a little high. Maybe a little high. But it deserves to be here. But this also just means that we have another shonen anime show on here. Moving on to number 8. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Well, of course, Ava was going to be here. Of course. Now, this one's probably going to divide the chat. Some are probably going to say it's too low. Some are probably going to say it's way too high. But I think we can all agree it deserves to be on this list. It deserves to be on this list because, you know, it's a show that, for its time, is one of the most influential animes to ever come out. It shaped the anime industry for a very, very long time. And for me, from a personal level, it's one of my favorite shows of all time. It's hard to find a show, to me, that is as emotional and hard-hitting as Ava is. And part of that reasoning is, I don't really think Ava tried to really tell a coherent story. I don't think that was Anno's goal. I think Anno's goal was just fucking putting whatever emotions he had into his work, and he didn't really think about if a lot of the aspects of the stories made sense or not. Which, if you don't think Ava is good, if you don't really think it's great, I totally understand. I as an Ava fan, as an diehard Ava fan who fucking loves Ava, I can absolutely understand if someone doesn't like the show, or if someone doesn't get the ending, or if someone doesn't empathize empathize with the emotions that are portrayed in the show. But it's one of those shows where if you do empathize with it, if you do understand all the emotions Anna was trying to portray, and if it was something that hit you on a personal level, it's one of those shows that will stick with you for the rest of your life. So yeah, absolutely it deserves to be in the top 10. I would argue personally it should probably be higher. I would put it at probably number 5. But that's me. Diehard Ava fan, thinking about how much it means to me, how much it means to the people it matters about, and thinking about its legacy. You know. Shinji little bitch. That's you know, I find that funny because I'm like, I've been on both sides of this, right? I've been on both sides of this where I remember when I first watched Ava, and I remember like reading like a 5-page dissertation on why Ava is amazing, and I could easily comment Shinji little bitch because it's and it would just be great to see them fucking lose their minds. And now I'm on the opposite side of things. I've written fucking videos. I've written dissertations on why Ava is so important and why Ava means a lot to me. And now I'm on the opposite fucking side of Shinji little bitch. which is like great. Thank you for your input. God fucking damn it. Why do I have to grow up? Why? Why it's come full circle, man. Moving on to number 7. Hunter x Hunter. Now we are talking. Okay. Only good food from now on. Personally, I think I would have put Hunter x Hunter a bit higher. To me, Hunter x Hunter is the best shonen anime that's come out. Anime. It's one of my favorite shonens of all time. I think it's all around got the most interesting power system. It's got the most interesting ideas. It's got some of the best consistent animation, zero filler, amazing villains. And to me, like, not only does it have amazing villains, to me, like, the spider trope is the best villain ensemble in shonen. You know, you think of like villain ensembles. I think the spider trope is the best. Like, their dynamic and everything like that, it's so fucking interesting. And the way they operate, one of the most interesting group of villains, not only individually, but put together as well. And yeah, it would be, in my opinion, the highest rated shonen of all time in anime. Specifically in anime. Will it be beaten by the likes of Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen? It has the chance. Maybe in the future. Who knows? By Demon Slayer? No. Dream on, Demon Slayer fans. By My Hero Academia fans? If you genuinely think that, let me take a huff of that good copium. Let me take a huff of that good fucking copium, man. I think not even Demon Slayer fans. Look, Demon Slayer fans have discovered a new breathing technique. Is huffing that copium, man. But as it stands right now, I think Hunter x Hunter, all around, best shonen anime to release. People are saying Fullmetal Alchemist. Well, let me re-say my statement. It's the best shonen anime of all time that I've seen. let me re-say that statement just for clarification there. Okay? Okay? Moving on. Mob Psycho 100. Ooh. 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 You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I will fucking allow this. Too high? You could argue it's too high. Do I think it's do I think it's in the top 10? I think you can make a strong fucking argument for Mob Psycho 100 to be in the top 10. Like, I think Mob Psycho 100 is one of the greatest modern anime to be made. I think season 2 of Mob Psycho was so fucking stellar. Not only from an animation perspective, but from a writing perspective. You know, remember like when we were talking about Foodie Cooley, and I was talking about how there was so much love and passion and experimental animation that was done in that show, and experimental ideas with that animation. One of the shows that I think has done really, really great animation on a, you know, traditional level, and like so many experimental scenes as well, is Mob Psycho 100. It does so many cool things with this animation, not only in a traditional sense, but on a experimental sense as well. And it does it consistently. It does it absolutely consistently. And it did that in season 1. Season 1, one of the best things about Mob Psycho season 1 was the animation. Is it Studio Bones' best work? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it is Studio Bones' best work. I think this is Noragami. Get the fuck, get out. Whoever said Noragami, get the fuck out, my guy. Get. You can leave right now. You know what? Look, guys, look. Guys, here's the door, guys. Here's the door right now. Here, come on. You can go out the door. There, I'm showing you the door, guys. All right. You left? All right. That's good. Noragami is nowhere fucking near Mob Psycho 100's level. It is not of the same caliber of Mob Psycho 100. Fullmetal Alchemist. Oh yeah, they did. Fuck's sake. Oh fuck, they did, didn't they? Fuck's sake. Why does it keep coming back? God fucking damn it. Okay. Out of the shows I've seen, look, even if Fullmetal Alchemist is incredible, I think Studio Bones with Mob Psycho 100 is their best animation work, and I don't think there's any doubt in that. It's just like, to me, I watch Mob Psycho and I look at it from a purely animation perspective. It just seems like such a passion project, you know. There are some scenes in that did not have to go that hard, that did not have to have that much effort, that did not have to have that much thought put into it. But Studio Bones did it. They did it. And I think that, paired with the incredible character writing of season 2, where pretty much everyone became an amazing character. You know, Mob became... I love the message of Mob Psycho 100 with Mob's constant journey of self-improvement. Even though he's one of the most powerful people in this world thanks to his psychic ability, he still is, you know, on a journey of self-improvement. And this is like... He's a true gym bro, man. What can I say? Mob, absolute true gym bro. Giga Chad mentality. That's the kind of mentality we all need. And Reagan went from this comic relief character to a really introspective character that had more layers to him as well. And I think it's incredible. I think Mob Psycho 100, season 1 and season 2, one of the best modern anime to be made. I would argue that it's so good that it didn't need a season 3. And having caught up to season 3, I still kind of hold that opinion. Am I happy to have more mob? Absolutely. Do I think it's like, do I see any story in that's necessitated another season so far and giving me more mob? Not at the moment. We'll see what happens during season 3's finale. Moving on. All right, top 5 now. Top 5. We're getting close. I kind of realized I wasn't on screen right there. All right, editor, you gotta edit in my reaction to that because God damn! Hajime no Ippo top 5. Okay. Now we got the fucking heavy hitters. I don't care. You know what? Fuck it. Critic brain off. Gigok fanboy mode in. Fuck yes. Hajime no Ippo is the greatest sports anime ever made. It is pure, undistilled hype. Like, just take this shit and inject it into my veins. You know? Do you know how I got this beard? Guys? I started watching Hajime no Ippo. That's how I got this beard, okay? It is pure testosterone right in my veins, alright? It's fucking great. Yeah. Not much to say. It is my favorite sports anime of all time. It's one of the most hype anime of all time. It's hard to find a series that gets you as hyped as Hajime no Ippo. And I'll just leave it at that. Fucking great show. I enjoy Slam Dunk, but yeah, Hajime no Ippo is more goated. I prefer Hajime no Ippo to Slam Dunk. It's just incredible. It's just the emotions you feel when watching Hajime no Ippo is fucking incredible. Moving on. All right, number 4. Okay, IGN. Okay, you are slowly redeeming yourself because good taste. Good taste. What is this? Redemption arc with my IGN list? Really? Are we really seeing this? Monster's fucking incredible. It's an anomaly in anime because normally when you see a very dense show like Monster, you see like a very loose adaptation. You see like fucking 10 volumes get squished down into 24 episodes. And I think the most amazing thing about Monster, aside from it having one of the greatest stories, is the fact that the adaptation fully adapted it. It got 74 episodes, which I can't imagine a 74 episode season in modern day anime. I can't. Yeah, it's one of the greatest anime ever made. It's from one of the greatest mangaka ever made, and it's got some of the most interesting and, in my opinion, the best villain in all of anime. It's got the best villain in all of anime, and I'm saying that now. Very few characters in any medium can so triumphantly take the title of best anything of the medium, but I think Johann Liebert deserves the title of best villain in all of anime. Cap, Frieza solos. Fucking get the Dragon Ball Z fans out, man. Madara best villain? Oh god. Oh no. Guys, you're the fucking reason Naruto is on this list. You're the reason that Demon Slayer is on this list. It's guys like you. It's people like you. Get that shit out of here. McCann Johan beat Goku. Alright, moving on. One Piece. You think I'd be happy? You think I would be happy that One Piece was this high as a massive, massive, massive One Piece fan? But I gotta disagree. I have to disagree. The anime is not it. The anime is not it. You want to turn someone off of One Piece? You want to turn someone in this day and age off of One Piece? You go recommend the anime. And I say that as a One Piece fan. The manga is where it's at. The anime is too long and has too much filler. The animation quality right now in the Wano arc took a massive, massive step up, but like we're 1,000 episodes in, guys. We're 1,000 episodes in. And the worst thing about One Piece's filler in this anime is that it's not even skippable, right? It's not even skippable. Because in an arc like Naruto, or like in an anime like Naruto or Bleach or stuff like that, you can easily skip the seasons of filler. You know, you could easily just like not watch them. But because One Piece is like so closely related to the manga, this filler is they got a point in One Piece, and I'm not sure exactly where it is, because I wasn't always a manga reader. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but there was a point where every episode of One Piece had a little bit of like canon material and a little bit of filler material as well, which just like dragged it out. I think the first time I noticed this was in the Marineford arc, where there was just like these random scenes of Buggy, like these extra random scenes of Buggy that I don't remember from the manga, and these all like random scenes, and I'm like, this wasn't in the fucking manga. How the fuck do I skip this? And it would cut between filler scenes and scenes that actually mattered. And that pissed me off so much, because I was like, if you need to fill in the runtime, just make it so I can skip it, you know? Make it so you don't integrate the scenes in the canon scenes as well. So it's just easily skippable. So as a fucking diehard One Piece fan, even though the One Piece anime is what got me into One Piece, I cannot in good conscience recommend the One Piece anime in this day and age. For my importance, you know, for the importance and impact of One Piece, I still think it was going to take a spot on this list. But I would have put it a little bit lower. Manga, fuck yeah, goated as fuck. If it was the manga, whew, we'd be having a different fucking conversation, okay? I will defend the manga till the day I die. But I'm not gonna lie, Toei dragged the One Piece episode out so much, and that makes it really, really hard to recommend. Alright, moving on. Oh, who messaged? Okay. Got a lot of notifications. Alright, number 2. Cowboy Bebop. Not surprising it is on this list. Is it a number 2 anime? You know what? I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain. I still think Cowboy Bebop was fucking incredible. And I don't think that's just nostalgia talking. I think that it has definitely wormed its way into a lot of our hearts. I don't think I'd put it at number 2. I'd put it a little bit lower. But I still think it deserves to be high on this list. It's constantly high on everyone's list, so everyone's kind of like, it's kind of in that Ocarina of Time kind of like phase where it's easy to say that it's overrated because it's such a critically acclaimed anime that means like a lot to a lot of people. But I still think it's fucking incredible. I still think the soundtrack's fucking incredible. I still think Spike is one of my favorite anime characters of all time, and the entire ensemble, the entire crew of the Bebop crew, it's one of my favorite just like ensembles as well. Which means we are at number one, guys. We are just one away from number one. Now, what could it be? People are saying Sword Art Online. You know what? I believe, guys. I believe, all right? I also believe in the power of Sword Art Online, okay? Okay, just before we reveal number one, just think about it like this. Just think about it like this, all right? What's the genre that has taken over anime in the last 10 years, all right? It's isekai, all right? Was there a point where, you know, isekai wasn't in every season? There was a point, all right? And what was the progenitor of that? Tell me, guys. What was the progenitor? Of course, it was Sword Art Online, all right? Sword Art Online. Let me tell you what else it's done. Kirito, all right? Kirito. What a fucking character, all right? Like this wimp, this fucking wimp, Mr. Guts, I'm the Black Swordsman. No, okay? There's only one Black Swordsman, all right? And it's Kirito, yeah? Kirito, all right? Tell me this. If Guts is the real Black Swordsman, why has he only got one sword? Kirito has two swords. How can you top that? How the fuck can you top that? He's got two swords. There is no topping that, okay? There's none. There's none. All right? Does Guts have a girlfriend? No. You don't want to know what happened to Guts. Wait a minute. All right. Just let's forget about that. Let's forget about that. Because you know what? Let me tell you what Guts doesn't have. A wife. Okay? Let me tell you what Guts is not. A gamer. Can you tell me that Guts is a gamer? No. Kirito is a gamer. Kirito's a fucking gamer. And who is the most superior race in the world? Right. Gamers. All right? Gamers. Gamers. I can't. Gamers, all I'm saying is gamers have been oppressed for too long. And if Sword Art Online is not number one, it is not just a declaration of war against anime fans. It is not just a declaration of war against the Black Swordsman. It is a declaration of war against gamers, guys. So, my fellow gamers, the number one anime of all time, according to IGN, is... God damn it! Of course it was going to be Fullmetal Alchemist. Of course. Well, guys, I guess war has been declared. Gamers, my fellow gamers, we will rise up. We will rise up against the enemy of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. My fellow gamers, please go to my anime list right now and spam. No, I'm just joking. Don't do that. Just don't do that. I don't want Sword Art Online to be number one. Please don't do that. But my Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood at number one. I mean, what can you say? Yeah. I ain't even seen Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I'd probably put it at number one. It's that fucking good. Apparently it's that fucking good. I'd fucking put it at number one. You know what? Fuck it. They're right. Fuck it. You know what? They're right. With all my knowledge of Fullmetal Alchemist, they're fucking right. Fullmetal Alchemist is the number one anime of all time. But yeah, I think Fullmetal. I think if you go by the rule of top lists, it's like putting Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Even if some people might not agree that it's the best anime of all time, no one's gonna fucking complain about it. You know what I mean? It's one of those shows when in every top 10 list you put it at number 1, so people just don't complain about your number 1 spot, because no one's gonna fucking complain about it. It's like putting Berserk at number 1 for the best manga of all time. You know, it's like no one's gonna sit there and be like, this is a bit too high in my opinion. There are other shows I deserve. No, everyone can look at that list and look at that number 1 and be like, okay, yeah, I can see it. Even if it's not my personal number 1, I can see it. You know. So, that was the entire top 25 anime list. Let me say that again. That was the top 25 anime of all time according to IGN. And some of the stuff I said before has completely stayed true. This is a list made by someone who watched Dragon Ball Z, who grew up to watch Toonami, and a lot of Adult Swim, and a lot of anime in the mid-2000s era. And it doesn't seem like there's a lot of genres that is represented in here. There is a few surprising things. Okay, firstly, things that absolutely don't deserve to be on here. My Hero Academia. Naruto. Ouran, maybe deserves to be on there. Definitely Demon Slayer. That definitely does not deserve to be on this list. Because the problem is that most of this list is fucking shonen. Most of this list is shonen. And even if like fucking Naruto, Demon Slayer, are like generally like good shows and everything like that, you're putting them in a spot that could go to a show in another fucking genre. All right. Like, how many shonens are there here? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This Death Note count on the show. I'll give him a pass for Death Note, even though it did air in Shonen Jump. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11. That's almost half of this list. Do you see anime? Do you look at anime and you see, oh yeah, half of that is just shonen shows? No. Like, the representation on this list is so fucking skewed that even if I thought some of this... Oh, 12, Attack on Titan is a shonen. Is it a shonen? I see Attack on Titan as more of a seinen. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. You know, like... like, regardless of if Attack on Titan is shonen or not, was there a romance anime on this list? There was one. There was one romance anime on this entire list. There was no slice of life on this list. There was barely any like character dramas, except for something like Monster. It's like this list is missing so many different genres of anime and different animes of like every flavor. Thank you very much for the raid. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. One, I said this before. It seems very, very skewed towards the male demographic. I I don't know why the fuck Sailor Moon didn't make it on this list, if Dragon Ball Z made it on this list. I have no idea why, if Oron is on this list, then Fruits Basket, especially like the newer season, deserves to be on this list. I would argue, fuck. Are you gonna make a top 25 anime of all time and not have a single Kyoto Animation show? Let me double check. Was there a single Kyoto Animation show on here? One of the greatest anime studios of all time that have made some of the best shows of all time. No. Fuck. No. Yo, you gonna do KyoAni like that? You gonna fucking do KyoAni like that? Bro. my guys. Kyoto Animation absolutely deserves to be on this list. And you know, I can think of several shows that maybe not everyone would agree with, but would at least contend for a show in this like top 25. You know what I mean? And another thing I'm confused about as well. There's not many old shows as well. I'm confused why they didn't put Legends of the Galactic Heroes on here. I'm very, very confused about that, because I don't think anyone would complain about Legends of the Galactic Heroes being in the top 25 anime of all time, because it is in the top 25 anime of all time. Like, it's like, even if you don't like Legend of the Galactic Heroes, it's done what few anime, if any other anime, has ever done. There is no anime that is as dense, has as many moving parts, has the legacy behind it as Legend of the Galactic Heroes. And it blows my mind that it's the one anime that every anime snob says is the greatest anime of all time, which is arguable if it is the greatest anime of all time or not. But it's fucking up there. It is absolutely up there. Not many mecha shows either. Not many mecha shows, despite the fact that mecha has had such a big influence in anime, in the history of anime. Could have talked to any Gundam fan, and there's got to be at least one Gundam show on here, right? Got to be at least one Gundam show. Like, personally, I would have had shows like Ping Pong on here. I would have had shows like, I think Fate Zero. In my opinion, Fate Zero deserves to be top 25. Yes, Fate fan, blah, 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 blah. I think Fate Zero deserves to be in the top 25. Specifically Fate Zero. I think Vinland Saga deserves to be up here. Vinland Saga, I think deserves it. What else can I think of? I would have put Gurren Lagann on here. I would have put Gurren Lagann on here. Like, take away some of the shonen spots, please. Please take away some of the shonen spots. There are some shows that I absolutely agree with. Right, I was surprised with a lot of the top 10 shows. I was surprised Monster was on here. I was surprised Bakuno was on here. But there are so many shows in here that I feel are powered by pure nostalgia. Like I said, something like Furikuri I think is a good show, but I think there are just better shows out there right now. I think there are so many other shows that could have taken a spot from something that is like powered purely by nostalgia. Something from another genre. Something that gives a bit more of a flavor of the entire spectrum of anime rather than just shonen and action. And the more I think about it, the more shows I think that, like, even shows that I like Death Note. I'm looking at that now and I'm like, some of the amazing shows out there. Is this top 25? is this top 25? Does this deserve a spot over like a Kyoto Animation show? Do I like it more than shit like Violet Evergarden, like the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya? You know, even though I didn't like it personally, I know a lot of people would have put Clan Out or something up here. Yeah, there's not much drama here either. It's mostly action. A lot of this is just action. Yeah. In terms of, okay, here's an interesting question though. Here's an interesting question. In terms of what anime that are currently out right now that I think could possibly get to the top, like, are there any anime out now that you think could possibly get the potential to be in the top 25 anime of all time after you've seen a bit more of it? Because to me, I have some that come to mind. I think even though we've only seen like 7 episodes of Chainsaw Man, I think if it's as good as the manga readers say it is, and I really, really trust the mangaka of Chainsaw Man right now, it's kind of a Jujutsu Kaisen clone. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the beginning of Chainsaw Man and I'm like, this feels eerily similar to Jujutsu Kaisen. Like Demon Slayer hunting, you're collecting bullets instead of fingers. It's okay. You have like that same, like one of the things that makes it stand out a lot is, you know, the fact that it's so fucking metal. And Denji is a really, really such a breath of fresh air to shonen protagonists and everything like that. The nuance is different, but like you look at like the core beats of the story, and you're like, this is a lot similar to a lot of other shonens. But I believe that it's going to be different. I believe that it's going to break out of the same kind of shonen mold, because I believe Tatsuki Fujimoto has some fucking insane ideas, and I believe they will come to play in Chainsaw Man. And I think if the adaptation continues being as good as it is right now, it's definitely got potential to be top anime, like a very, very amazing anime. Another anime I think that has the potential to go on a list like this after we've seen a little bit more of this, Mushoku Tensei. Of course, I'm an isekai guy, but genuinely think if that continues having the amazing adaptation, we haven't really seen enough of the world, we haven't seen enough of the story yet for it to warrant going on a top list like this, but I definitely think in the future, it definitely has the potential to be on a list like this. I think Kaguya-sama, you know, even with after season 3's finished airing, I think Kaguya-sama has a strong potential to be up there as one of like the goated romance animes. I think romance anime needs a bit more representation, especially on a list like this. We'll have to see what the movie does and how it ends, but right now Kaguya-sama is like shaping up to be the romance anime that gets this generation of anime fans into romance anime, and for good reason. Rent a Girlfriend? If this was like the bottom 25, maybe. I think Spy X Family? I don't know about Spy X Family. I don't know if it has enough potential to be a top 25 anime of all time. It's great. I don't know if it's a top 25 of all time. Edge Runners? I don't think that's a top 25 of all time. Anyway though, that's it for the IGN anime list. If I were to give this list a rating out of 5, what would I give this?
This guy called you the Trashikai Lord.
I am the Trashikai Lord. I would give this. There were a few surprises, but this is, if you look at this these are not the greatest anime of all time. This is not even a spectrum of the greatest anime of all time. Give it a 4 or 5 out of 10. You could have, in my opinion, you missed out a lot of genres, a lot of shows, and a lot of this was powered by nostalgia and shonen. All right, I'm going to take another quick pee break, and when I come back, I will figure out what we're going to be doing. So, be back in just a second. Alright guys, so my apologies, I have some bad news. I have to end the stream here because I got a few messages. I read I have a meeting that I have to attend that I completely forgot about. So I've got to end it right here. I might be back online. You know what? I'm gonna do the meeting. Gonna see if I can fix this Bluetooth, then maybe Genshin later. If not, we'll find something else to do. So I gotta say goodbye for now. And yeah, maybe see you in a bit. Who knows? All right. See you guys. Bye. Oh wait, who should we raid? Is there anyone to raid? Give me someone to raid, chat, quickly. Give me someone to raid before I forget again. Onigiri, is she online? Wait, is Joey online? If Joey's online, I will raid him. Fuck. Joey got off? Okay, okay. Let me see who is online then. I'll raid Onigiri since we... Alright. So, I believe Onigiri's in Japan right now, so go say hi. Me and Sydney had dinner with her the other day, and she was a lovely fella. Sorry, lovely gal. I don't know why I said fella. So, have a good day, guys. Bye.